Well, that was a rather dull game, wasn't it? Uh, so, the undefeated run comes to an end. The final Premier League team to be beaten has happened, and to have lost it to them, of all teams, is just so frustrating. And the manner of this game, but listen, let's get into it. I'm going to try and do this in the correct order. I could jump about, but I'll tell you now, there is a rant coming at the end, and it's justified, and it will be about a certain chairman. So let's start. Brilliant to see Destiny there. See Destiny Doji there. Was brilliant to see. Brennan Johnson for Richarlison, which was a huge debate. It looked really positive. And my God, did we start quick. My God, were we electric to begin with. Some sloppy passes, but obviously quite early on, go up 1-0, deflected goal by Kulu. Man, did he need that. Man, did he need that. But we started off 1-0, playing some beautiful football. Some sloppy passes. Then, obviously, the movement for the second goal, which was obviously disallowed for offside, was a beautiful flowing move. A stunning flowing move and a great finish from Heung-min Son. And to see that given offside was correct, as we know. But after that, chaos ensued. Absolute chaos from Destiny's wild challenge. And I'm going to call it wild. It was two-footed. Very lucky he got a lot of the ball and not a lot of the man, because that could have been a straight red. But he picked up a yellow. And when he picked up the yellow, I thought, you know what? He's been on a yellow at Arsenal. He's been on a yellow early at other games. And he's seen the game through, and he's been disciplined. Little do we know what was going to happen. And then, can I just say, VAR. Now, I'm not just saying this because it went against us today. I'm talking about this for all Premier League teams now. All Premier League teams had the option to vote for that automated offside that we saw at the World Cup, that we see in the Champions League. But for some stupid reason, the Premier League said no. This game, forget Battle of the Bridge, this became Battle of the pointless and ridiculous VAR. The first goal disallowed for handball of Raheem Sterling. You could see at that time, after Adoji's rash challenge, we completely lost our way. Completely lost our way for 15-20 minutes. Could not keep the ball, could not control the ball, could not pass like we were doing. Then we had the Casado which disallowed for offside, but then obviously we had the Romero challenge. Now, we were calling it a red card when it happened to Curtis Jones with Liverpool. And it's exactly the same of what he did, but in the penalty area. So it's a red card, whether we want to agree with it or not. There's a lot of people saying Romero let us down. He's rash. He's been brilliant all season. At that point, everyone was going mad. He was being quite rash today. He was being quite rash, which was not good to see. Obviously, Vicario, and I'm going to speak about Vicario afterwards, very, very close to the penalty. Very, very close to the penalty. And then we got a little glimpse of Van de Ven going down at Palace and thought, thank God he's got up. But then when you saw him running and you saw his hamstring go, and I've said it on We Are Tottenham TV, I've said it to a few people I've spoken to, I am putting a lion's share of that hamstring tear, and it looks a bad one. It looks a very bad one from my first impression, from what I saw and the pain he was in. I reckon the stop-starting of this bloody VAR, the bloody offside, penalties when VAR with offsides can be done like that, automated. has a huge part to play in Van de Ven picking up that hamstring injury. The stop, the start, the stop, the start, and the delays and the length of the stoppages. Michael Oliver was a disgrace today. And that was on, listen, can't blame it on the referee. He's gone down. So now, as it stands, we have Romero sent off, 3-game ban. Van de Ven injured. It could be 6 weeks, it could be a month, it could be 3-4 months. Thank God for an international break. So at least that's 2 weeks out of it that he can recuperate. And then we see Eric Dyer come on. And fair play to Eric Dyer. Fair play. He played a lot better than a lot of us thought he would. Fair play. And then you saw Roy Hell come on. And Højbjerg come on because of Maddison. Maddison weren't his usual self. Bissouma, for me, a real quiet game for him. Was not impressed with Bissouma today. Listen, he's been magnificent for most of the season, apart from the Luton sending off. Today was not a good day for him. But you could see Chelsea were trying to stretch us. You could see it happening. And I have to say, I feel very, very sorry for Brennan Johnson. I thought Brennan Johnson looked so bright in that first half. I was really disappointed to see him going off. But we go in somehow, 1-1. Højbjerg came on, outstanding. The other players, I can't even remember. So much happened in that game. We knew it was going to be a push. We knew it was going to be a hard second half. Playing that high line was a huge risk. And said he's going to stick to the philosophy, which he did. Did we have the players to play it with a Dyer and Emerson back central defence? Hell no. Hell no. And it was just happening time after time. Thankfully, the offside rule kept its shape for large periods, which was good to see. Vicario. My good God. Man of the match, saver of the match, defender of the match. People will know I keep talking about how I so badly wanted Raya, but after the Brentford game, I was like, nope, this guy's the deal. This guy is absolutely. Do you remember ages ago, Matt Letizia used to have Goal of the Month celebration or catalogues of just his goals nominated? Well, take Vicario's performance there, and there's about 4 or 5 of them. A magnificent performance. I want to say a magnificent performance from Porro. Bit shaky at times, but the only person. Oh yeah, Adoji obviously got his second yellow before I go on there. Adoji got his second yellow card. Rash challenge. Rash challenge. And it was warranted. Listen, you got to be honest with that. It was warranted. Listen, Chelsea were playing dark arts. We should have a few free kicks more. Didn't get them. But back to Porro. Porro was magnificent for me. Deserves a lot of. He was up and down. His pace, his delivery, his tackles, his enthusiasm when he gets a hold of the ball. Just magnificent. Just magnificent. Ollie Skip was a weird one. I was calling for Richarlison, to be honest. Had a couple of opportunities. Sun right at the death. Eric Dyer, what a finish that was. Just a shame it was offside. I actually thought he got a flick from Bentancur onto a Chelsea defender's head for him to smash it in. Listen, the undefeated streak is over. I'm very, very proud of those players that played. They listen, whether you like the players or not, they gave their goddamn all. Rush challenge, stupid injuries, red cards. It was going to happen, and once they exploited us, they had us. Once they got the second, it was it was going to. Thankfully, it could have been 6-7 if it hadn't been for Big Vic. But now I want to have my rant, and I'm not going to go too hard on him. But this is a warning shot. We were saying we badly needed a centre back. I'm a big fan of Ashley Phillips. Is it too early? Don't know. We'll find out. We knew this was going to happen. We knew we needed decent cover to come in and do the job. We knew we needed creativity if James Maddison went off the pitch. Again, strength in depth is a huge issue, a huge problem. And now it could come back to bite us because you got Romero out for Wolves, Villa, Manchester City. I think we can safely say Van de Ven's out for at least those three. At least. Hopefully, if it's not too bad, he may be back for Man City at a push. At an absolute push. Maddison keeps picking up these little knocks and taking off for precaution. Son obviously ran his socks off and did 90 minutes today, but he's normally substituted. The strength in depth is coming to light. The strength in depth was there for all to see how quick things can turn. Listen, could you plan for what has happened in that game? No. But should you be able to bring quality on in these positions? We know how good that central defence have been with those two. We're not going to see him for a while. And just been saying recently, and very cleverly, the way he's saying when it comes to January, and they've got to trust me. They've got to trust me. We've been on such a high, a great start to the season. Great football. Things have all been going along, and people are saying, "Why are people still going to leave you out? Is it time for forgiveness? Is it time to say sorry? Is it time to do this?" Well, no. No, it is not. And it is times like these where it's now been thrusted to show how crucial key players can be, or a couple of quality players in the squad could have been. Like I said, take nothing away from the team. Was Ange Postecoglou naive for playing the high line with Dyer and Emerson? Yes, but he said he weren't going to change his ways. So commend him for that. And like I said, a lot of respect to all the players. You worked your socks off. Credit to Ange just because it's one defeat. Ange we trust. Ange I love. Ange I will back the manager all the goddamn way. The team run their socks off today. The scoreline has not reflected the performance, in all honesty. But I'll go back to this. Ange has started having words about January and making it quite clear. I want my signings in early. I need Daniel to trust me. In a press conference that We Are Tottenham TV put out today with the white water rafting question, go check it out. Sowing seeds to say this is what I need. And now we're going to find out what happens. Now we're going to see how this goes. Will he be backed early? Will the players come in? God knows how long Van de Ven's out for. Then we're losing Sarr, Basuma, Son. This is a wake-up call for all the people that doubt why people say Levy out, and why we don't forget, and why we're waiting in the wings, and why we need to see him react. Fully back in the team. You've seen me recently. I fully back the team. I fully back Ange. I believe in this man. I want to believe that a certain person's going to change. I've had too many years of watching it, seeing it, and then all talk, no action. Let's just hope these injuries aren't bad. Let's hope we can get through these games with the suspensions. And let's see. I'm proud of the work ethic and work rate of the players. I'm proud of what they tried to do. Vicario, head and shoulders man of the match. Man of the match by a country mile. But the bubbles burst in the, oh, we're going to be the league is ours, we're winning it all. It's one defeat, but it's a snap back to reality. We go again, we build again. Do I believe that we've bounced back? Yes. But now we need to see where we're going and what we're going to do. So please let me know what you think if I've left anything out. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. And as always, Levy out. I can't find the outro, so I'll do it once again. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and as always, Levy out.